What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Texas Rangers report. And in today's video, we are going to be going over a Jose Leclerc trade to the New York Mets. But before we get straight into it, I just want to let you know that I will be creating a fantasy baseball league with my subscribers. So if you aren't subscribed, do that right now, and then you'll be eligible to join the fantasy baseball league. That link will be in the description down below if you're interested. So without further ado, let's get straight into the Jose Leclerc trade. So as we all know, the Rangers are a rebuilding club, so their goal is not really to win right now, it's to build a better roster for the future, like 2023, and so on. So Jose Leclerc seems like a good trade candidate for the Rangers because he's a good piece in the bullpen, and a lot of teams that are trying to contend for a World Series this year need that. And he's a controllable guy as well. He did just come off an injury, although he's proven to be a lockdown closer when the game is in a tight situation. And the Mets seem like the perfect team because Seth Lugo is injured for like the first month of the season, and I know that they still need bullpen even if Lugo was healthy, so it could make sense because unlike say the Mets signing Shane Green, that would probably just be like a 1-year thing, but if they traded for Leclerc, they could have him for like 4 years. So for a Jose Leclerc trade to the Mets, even though I would want like Brett Baty, I don't think that's going to happen. Although I think the Rangers would get Junior Santos, a right-handed pitcher, and Alexander Ramirez in return. He's an outfielder. Junior Santos is only 19 years old. He's 6'8", 218 pounds. His best pitch is a fastball, but I think he can really develop into something. He's projected to be MLB ready by 2022, so that could be a nice arm for the Rangers to pick up for the rotation down the line. He could slot in with Hans Kraus, Cole Winn, maybe somebody we draft in the MLB draft like this year. We'll just see because, you know, a lot of things don't turn out the way we want them to. However, Junior Santos would add depth to the farm system, and the more depth you have, the more chances you have to have good players. And then for Alexander Ramirez, he's the New York Mets' 14th prospect in the farm system. He's basically like a 5-tool player right now. He doesn't really shine in any category like fielding, hitting, or power. They're kind of all equal. However, he's only 18, 6'3", 170 pounds, so he has an extremely projectable frame. He easily surpassed one of the tools and become a really good power hitter, a really good average hitter, or a good defender. So I think that'd be another good player for the Rangers to get. I don't think the Mets would be willing to surrender any of their top 5 prospects for Jose Leclerc, and I think Alexander Ramirez would be good, even though he's projected to be in the MLB at 2024, because the Rangers need some outfield depth. We had a lot of outfield depth a few years ago when Taveras, Julio Pablo Martinez, and Bubba Thompson were our top prospects, but now Leody's in the majors. We might trade Gallo. Who knows what's going to happen with David Dahl. And Bubba Thompson and Julio Pablo Martinez haven't done anything in the farm system, so I think if we were to trade Jose Leclerc, outfield is something they need to address, but you can never go wrong with having too much pitching at the major league level or at the minor league level. I want to know what you guys have to think about this trade. I don't think that the Rangers are going to trade Jose Leclerc right now. I mean, nothing's been rumored, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were to trade him. However, I think the most likely thing is that they wait to the trade deadline to trade Jose Leclerc to a competing team that needs like a closer or a setup man. But that's a little risky because what if Jose Leclerc gets injured again? He was injured last year. Or what if he doesn't have a good season? You never know, because he's the type of player that could bring a trade package to turn the Rangers organization around. And if we wait like we did with Mike Minor when he was an all-star and we didn't trade him at the deadline, it could really hold back the Rangers from becoming a contender. We all know that the Rangers didn't trade Mike Minor when he was an all-star, and we could have gone maybe a top 100 or maybe 2 top 100 prospects. But now that prospects are just becoming more and more valuable, that is probably less likely of a chance. But we'll see what happens. I want to know what you guys have to say. Don't forget about the fantasy baseball. That link will be in the description. If you like the video, like it, subscribe, because I'm your #1 site for all things Rangers, and I'll see you on the next one.